So the Game Awards happened last week, and after I watched it, I felt pretty satisfied. I thought that the games that were announced were great and healthy for the gaming community. And for the awards, I personally don't really care. It's not why I watch the Game Awards. I typically watch it for the reveals. I want to have my mind blown like when we saw Death Stranding and Sekiro for the first time. Not taking any importance away from the actual awards, but that's personally not why I tune into the event. So I was personally pretty happy with the Game Awards because I did feel like we got some great reveals. But it has come to my attention that some of my fellow internet users came out of the awards feeling upset. And not for the reasons that you would think. Well, it really just depends on what side of the internet that you fall on. The big issue being the female lead characters that were revealed during the award show being unattractive, I guess. Apparently every game dev is woke now because they are putting more female leads in video games, but they are not conventionally attractive enough to lead. So everyone's throwing the words like woke and pandering and a bunch of other crap around because of this. And look, I'm not the type of person to get on YouTube and talk a bunch of crap about people. Seriously, you can watch my other videos. I'm generally a pretty chill person. I usually don't talk bad about a group of people at all, ever. I just want to get on, my channel and talk about stuff that I like. But dude, seriously, if you are one of the people complaining that these leads are unattractive and therefore the game is bad, the only advice I can give you is go touch grass. Oh, seriously, go talk to a woman, because when you complain about this stuff online, you are telling the world that you do not have a woman. So go figure that out. And do you know how I know this? Is because real women don't look like this. If that news surprises you, rewind and go follow step 1. I have a wife and she is the most beautiful girl in the world. So when I play a video game, I'm not necessarily looking to get like my rocks off or something. I just want to enjoy playing video games. Which I'm not saying I have a problem with characters looking like the Stellar Blade lead. I really don't. I don't mind it at all. It's cool. I trust me. I'm all for it. But to expect every single character to look like that, like, come on, why? I get my fix outside of video games. And for those who are looking for their fix in video games, well, there lies the issue. And a lot of people are saying that devs are pandering to the woke community because their game characters look like this. But the reality is they are complaining because they are the ones that want to be pandered to. They want their female leads to look like this. And they feel like they are not being heard. So they're getting loud. And honestly, go ahead and be loud. It is your opinion and it should be heard. It is important. But just like you, I also have opinions and I should be able to speak my mind. So I will do so here on my channel. That being said, keep the dislikes to a minimum if you can. I definitely wouldn't consider myself in the woke club, but I do personally have an issue with people saying that Witcher 4 is going to be a bad game because there is a female lead and she's not like super fine. Which she looks fine. I mean, she looks fine. It's just, It's extra annoying because The Witcher 3 was literally setting up Ciri to be the lead for Witcher 4. And in my opinion, if you are worried about Witcher 4, it should be because of the botched release of Cyberpunk 2077, not because Ciri is going to be the lead. Same thing with Naughty Dog's new IP. I was not a big fan of The Last of Us 2. I did not like the direction that they took the story. And that is my concern for the new game. Whether I will resonate and like the story. My concern is not the fact that they have a bald female lead. I'm just saying we are not worried about the same thing. The people that are concerned about the looks and people like me that are concerned more about the story and gameplay. or how the game runs. We're totally in separate areas here. We're thinking of two totally different issues. But speaking of that, I want to talk about the other big argument is the target audience argument. Common thread that you will see online is something along the lines of this. The market for masculine, unconventionally attractive female leads in games isn't as big as the video game industry thinks. I think is actually kind of true. And it doesn't really matter what part of the argument that you fall on, whether you care how attractive the female leads or characters are, or if you do care how attractive the characters are. In the end of the day, games with generally more attractive characters do better. Honestly, it's just what I'm seeing, okay? It's just what I am seeing as a gamer, like actual, not in the, you know, this freaking this whole, like, I'm not like 100% brain rotted, okay? It's just what I am seeing out there. Good example, and this is not a one-for-one example, it's just an example, is Concord versus Marvel Rivals. Obviously, Marvel Rivals is objectively like the better game, but Marvel Rivals didn't do what Concord did and added obscure and hard to identify characters. Concord was very loud about their characters being, you know, unique, and I and many others were not the target audience for Concord because we just don't identify with characters like that. And I honestly think that it was a major reason for the game's failure. Because trust me, much worse games than Concord get more players. And what does Marvel Rivals do? Well, they not only made a great, fun game, but they, I mean, what? You know? Again, it's like the Stellar Blade thing, where it's like, it's fine that it's there. It's like a little, it's like a treat, but it's not, it shouldn't be like the main reason you play. The truth of the matter is that the gaming community is not ready for a game like Concord, and honestly may never be, because many people that are involved in identity politics are in that world are just not gamers. It's just the truth. Sure, there are a few of them that are gamers, but not enough to carry a game like Concord to success. But when you see the games that people are complaining about online, I personally don't see the correlation with games like Concord. They just don't yell woke and identity politics to me like that. The target audience for these games, I assume, are people like me. Gamers, probably in their late 20s, early 30s. Maybe you have a wife, maybe you got some kids, and you know, you just want to play the game. I think the target audience are gamers who don't necessarily partake in the whole woke war. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I have seen games go full-blown woke and completely fail and hit the ground. But I don't think that the games that people are complaining about right now, like The Witcher 4, are that. Especially The Witcher 4. Look, I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion. We honestly shouldn't be judging these games based off how the women protagonists look. I'm just saying. What happens to if the gameplay is good? I don't care. Sure, some people are saying that right now online, but sadly, it does seem divided. I see an equal amount of people saying that ew, woke garbage, and wait until we see gameplay, which I fall into the latter if you couldn't tell. Let me know what you guys think about all this. It's a really weird thing that people are complaining about. I can't really like resonate with the complaints. Again, please keep the dislikes to a minimum because I am scared. I'm sorry about the whole touch grass comment. I just didn't know how else to word it. And if I offended you, I'm really sorry. You can always leave a comment and we can chat. We can talk about it. I'll help you riz up the ladies. Otherwise, I hope that you guys have a great day, regardless of where you fall. You are all welcome on this channel, and let's have a chat. I really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, and have a great day. Hugs and kisses.